We're at Cool Clubs here in Scottsdale, Arizona. It's our headquarters. I'm Mark Timms, founder and CEO. I've been doing club fitting for probably over 30 years. SuperStroke is by far the most popular putter grip we've had for several years now. Obviously #1 on tour, #1 in the aftermarket. It's 95% of our grip sales, probably closer to 100. They have a whole bunch of different models. Today what we're really excited about is the new WristLock. Kind of a game changer for putters. We do a lot of putter fittings. One of the biggest problems people have is using their wrist too much. This solves that problem and fits almost any putter very easily. Makes you much more consistent, helping you putt better and, as we say around here, play better golf. Today, to help us test out the new WristLock grip, we have TK here. We use TK a lot. He plays on tour, he's a +7. He's basically our in-house robot.
Well, I've been using a SuperStroke grip on my putter for the last few years, but the issue I've struggled with for me is I'm always trying to take out wrist movement. As you see from a normal wrist perspective, I have no relationship from the grip to this. You've seen some methods of guys trying to stabilize with arm lock or whatever, but that's kind of cumbersome and it doesn't feel very natural to me. But now with the WristLock, I don't have to try to manipulate a grip anymore. I can literally put it on and then just let it set right there and lock into my wrist, and I can make my normal stroke. And now from here, I don't have anything but the motion of the putter going back and through without any face manipulation. It's interesting, people talk about, naturally missing left, right, or having a common tendency. I'd say my common tendency is kind of on both edges of the hole, because it's just a small manipulation. If you get a ball started, a fraction off from 10 feet, you'll end up catching edges. So really it's just cleaning up the stroke to where you really nail your line so that you can take off the pressure of thinking about where it's starting and think more about speed. This new WristLock grip from SuperStroke is USGA approved. It has a natural taper into a way that can get into the wrist where I can grab it naturally like this and just be able to putt normal with a stroke without having to feel like this is going to move. Doesn't matter which grip you decide to use. I can put my right hand on conventionally if I want to and putt normal like that, or I can put it on a la Tommy Fleetwood like this, or Phil, Justin, that style where it's like that, or I can even go cross-handed where I put the fingers right there and I go left hand low, lock it in there, and same stroke. The thing that I'm trying to do is, and as you can tell with this golf ball, it has some lines on it. I want to make sure that that ball rolls end over end and on the start line. The putter grip allows me to not manipulate the face to allow that ball to get started on the line with a pure roll.
Well, a couple of things we're looking at. Obviously, here we're looking at how the ball rolls. So we want to see that the ball's actually tracking straight and not side spin on it. You can see the thing's rolling right down the target line. It's no movement on these lines on the ball. Consistency in your putting is a big thing. People don't practice it enough, so the better they get with putting, the fastest way to lower scores. The other thing here with the WristLock, you can kind of see on the screen here, this angle that you start with, you want to finish with. And the WristLock almost makes that mandatory because obviously you can't bend your wrist. So as he starts it, forward pressed a tiny bit, back at impact, it's almost exactly the same. It takes one of the hugest variables in putting out.
It doesn't surprise me that they came up with something that is innovative and takes it to another level.
This is a new game changer. This is something that I think is going to help a lot of people.